Welcome to our June Board of Mayor and Alderman meeting. We're going to open this up with 3 public hearings. After the public hearings, we'll get into our regular agenda. But first, our first public hearing is for 2017 and 2018 building codes, ordinance 2020-04 through 2020-15. So if there's anybody from the public that wishes to have any comments or questions, they may come now. Okay. So, all right, with nobody for that, we'll close that public hearing. Second public hearing is the FY 2021 Fayetteville City Schools budget. Anybody from the public that has any comments or questions on that? We'll close that one. Last one is the public hearing for FY 2021 budget ordinance 2020-03. Anybody from the public or? Okay, we'll close that public hearing. So those 3 public hearings are now closed. In front of you, you have your agenda. There is one proposed addition to the agenda that's developed since the work session of the day. Angel Wilson contacted Richard Howell, our chief of the police department, to discuss a Black Lives Matter parade for justice and peace for Saturday, June 13th, 2020. So if it's the will of the board, motion to add this to the agenda.
Mayor, I'll make that motion.
Second.
Second. Any discussion? Pam, call the roll, please.
Mr. Brown?
Aye.
Ms. Allen?
Aye.
Ms. Small?
Aye.
Mr. Alderman?
Aye.
Ms. Hartman?
Aye.
Ms. Martinez?
Aye.
That passes. We'll add that as item Y to the agenda. So next I'll ask Vice Mayor Small to say our prayer. We'll do the Pledge of Allegiance and then we'll do our regular agenda.
Let us pray. Heavenly Father, we come tonight thanking you for your grace and mercy and thanking you for all that you've blessed us with and for all that you're going to bless us with. We have come tonight, Lord, thanking you for the people that are around us, that work for the city of Fayetteville, that work to pass out our services for our city and for those that are keeping us safe. We ask, Lord, that you come into this meeting and help us to rule with you first, and anything that we have to do, let us be sure that we add you so that we may do good for all. We ask, Lord, for these blessings in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen. Stand, please. All right.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We did the agenda, the adoption agenda. The regular meeting minutes of May 12, 2020 are on the iPad. Anybody have any corrections, additions, deletions? I'll go into those into the record. Reports. We welcome Dr. Janine Wilson from the Fayetteville City School System.
It's a pleasure to be with you tonight, and I suppose this might be my last time to be with you as superintendent of Fayetteville City Schools. I'll be retiring in December, but I have someone with me to introduce to you tonight. July 1, Mr. Bill Hopkins from Morgan County, Alabama, will be taking over as superintendent, and I'll be more or less his consultant until December and help him with the transition. So, Mr. Hopkins, if you want to come up, I'm happy to introduce Mr. Hopkins to you. I'm going to let him speak in just a minute, but I want to tell you a few things that have been going on. We were fortunate to be able to distribute almost 50,000 meals to the students when we were out of school between March 23rd and May 26th. And we're very proud of our cafeteria workers and administrators for the distribution of those meals. I think that helped a lot of families. We have renovated the gym floor at the high school, and as you know, that floor has seen a lot of action over the years. It had gotten to the point where we could no longer refinish it. And we were sad to see it go. Those parquet floors are almost obsolete, and we refinished it to the point where they told us we could not redo it again. So it had to be replaced. So we had used some of the funds that we were fortunate to get to do that. Also, the football field has had to be redone because the crown was absolutely gone, and we had a number of injuries last year because of that problem, and because of a drainage problem, we had to do some work on it because of injuries, and we're proud to say that we're almost halfway through with that, and hoping that we'll be able to play football and play basketball and do all those other things that the students enjoy, including academics. I know that's first and foremost on people's minds at this point. We have several plans, and those include, of course, we'd love to just be able to go back to school. And I hope that is a plan that works out, but that's doubtful at this point, that we're able to just start back under normal circumstances. We have a plan that includes an amended schedule, which would be part distance learning and part regular classes. And we're planning on surveying parents at this point. I think a lot of studies have been done over the United States, and some say that 1 in 5 will come back, some say that less than that will come back. So we're going to survey our parents and see how many plan to send their children. If they don't, we certainly have an alternative plan for those that don't. Hoping all the teachers come back. That would be a problem that would impact us the most. But we will certainly educate them whatever happens. We're hoping that this goes away soon and we get a vaccine, whatever it takes. It certainly has caused everybody a lot of problems. The TEMA grant that we applied for that will provide the community with a shelter has passed the powers that be in Washington, D.C., which is a great sign, and has been passed along to Atlanta. So it's back to Atlanta, which is also is a great sign. And we've been told that by the people at TEMA that quite often that doesn't happen. So I think that there's a good possibility that we'll get that grant, and we will let you know as soon as we know. We tiled the floors. We've tiled a lot of the floors at Askins and WMS where we had carpet, which was exceptionally dirty. We've done a lot of work at the middle school on the HVAC system, which was not working properly, and we plan to have graduation in EGA's auditorium on June 25th with limited number of people. So we will follow all the guidelines of the CDC. And we have Fayetteville Rights scheduled on June 23rd at the Fayetteville First Baptist Church. Do you have any questions?
I'd just like to state one, thank you for your service. A lot of this has been accomplished in your tenure as the Director of City Schools, and you definitely will be missed, and we're excited about Mr. Hopkins' tenure, but it doesn't go unnoticed what you've done and the love that the kids have had for you over the years. And so I'm sure it's a little bittersweet.
It is, and I appreciate the support from this group. It's been wonderful working with all of you, and I'm sure that I'll get to work with you in some capacity at some time again, but I appreciate each and every one of you, and love my job. But 43 years is a good long while, 45 just about, and 21 years with this system, and I love the kids and the colleagues, and my relationship with you has been wonderful. So I appreciate that, and I'm gonna let Mr. Hopkins talk.
I've got one thing before you sit down there.
Okay. I can't believe you're gonna say something.
I've served on the school board. It was on whatever they call it now, for two different times with Dr. Wilson. And I tell you right now, I think that we probably got a really good superintendent coming on. but he has got some big shoes to fill, because I'm very proud of Dr. Wilson. And I've watched her over the years. What I've seen, and she knows what I'm going to say. What I've seen from Dr. Wilson is that she never backs down from anything. If she believes it's right for the school system and for the children, with her, that's it. Now, she will do the board's will, 100%. But I've seen her stand in, and she's a fighter. And I hate to see her go. They had a vote the other night down there, or we did, here, I guess. And I get confused with all these rooms. But anyway, they had a vote, to accept her letter of retirement. Now, this was no reflection on you at all. I'm not allowed to vote. See, they don't count my vote. I voted no. But it wasn't any reflection on you at all. And that was just out of fun and jest. But I wish you the very best.
Thank you.
I know there comes a time when you got to hang up and go.
Well, it's better to leave from people who are sad to see you go than happy. So. And I appreciate this fellow right here. He and I work very closely together, and he has been a big help to me.
Hold on, Daddy says enough for everybody. And fortunately, he said some of the same things I like to say, but I served a couple of terms on the school board while you were there, and thank you for a job very well done.
Thank you. I
He's
appreciate it.
sorely missed for sure.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Means a lot. So, Mr. Hopkins, would you like to say a couple of things to these?
Not after that. First of all, Dr. Wilson is great, and she has been, I told her that. People ask me, how's it going up there? And I said, you just won't believe how nice everyone has treated me, and what a wonderful hostess that Dr. Wilson has been. And I made comments today that I'm not going to replace her. I'm not even going to try. That's not even a job. I'm just here to do the job and make my own way, because we can never replace somebody that like what she's done. And the foundation's great. Things are going well. I will tell you, I'm excited to be here in the city. I need y'all to vacate some houses. My wife and I are actively looking, and I thought I had one of you council members. She failed me. But we're super excited. I really just can't believe it. But we've been so blessed to be able to become a part of such a wonderful family, such a great school system, and a great city. I mean, my wife and I have been here numerous times looking around, and we've been very pleased, and we're excited. I look forward to working with each one of you. I will talk to you all at some point in time individually. I'm afraid that I probably have to deal with Danny the host, which I've been doing already. And so, anyway, no, they spoke good. They said you paid them well. But anyway, if you have any questions for me, I'll be glad to answer them. But other than that, I know your time is limited.
Well, the news about the shelters is exciting.
Yes, it is.
Because we don't have a dedicated shelter in town. And it's twofold. It benefits the school system for how you use it as a building, but also benefits the city in case we've got the flooding or tornadoes and stuff like that. So Eric Jones and Eddie Keys have been instrumental in that regard, as far as they've kept me up with stuff. So I've helped to facilitate this. But that's very exciting news. And he's right, you got big shoes to fill, because this is the thing about Dr. Wilson, where the kids went, she went. I mean, if they took a bus ride 4 hours to a ball game, she went to the ball game. And
What are you doing?
all directors of schools don't do that.
You're exactly right.
So,
Well, if there's any consolation, that's one reason that I wanted to be here, is that I come from a system that's rather large, 18 schools, about 7,500 students, 1,000 employees. This is an opportunity. It's like a fantasy to me. It's like me going back and being a high school principal again, with not some of those high school principal responsibilities. So, I mean, I'm just tickled to death. I keep using the word giddy, and that's just the only way that I can explain it. But I'm not going to let her go. I've already scheduled her at least once a week to meet with me, and she's going to hold my hand often.
It's a great place to be.
Just welcome to you, and thank you, Dr. Wilson, for everything you've done. We appreciate it.
well, thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a good evening.
Next we have the Fayetteville Lincoln County Library.
You might notice I'm a new face. I'm the new director of the Fayetteville Public Library. My name is Lisa Ann Morhart. It will take practice, and that's okay. I'm used to that. I came here from Shelbyville. I was the services director over there. I got my start in libraries in Missouri. I'm very excited to be here working with the community of Lincoln County. So, and some of you might know Jenna over here, who has been at the library for quite a while. So, and helping me get accustomed to my new job. So, we have been closed for a while, like most places, but we have opened to our phase 1 of a 3-phase plan. So at the moment, we are offering curbside service. So we bring our books out to our patrons at this time. We will still make copies for them, faxes. We're still trying to offer as many services as we can. We've had some developments outside as well. We've done a little bit of landscaping so that our patrons can be outside and using our Wi-Fi. But we're trying to bridge some of those gaps a little bit so people can still use their library. It is a hands-on experience, so we do have to keep that in mind while we're still keeping track of numbers. But we are still offering programming services as well. So if you follow our Facebook or our website, we also just launched a new website. We have some online programming such as our Korean club, our anime club, some of our teen programming. Our book club decided that they wanted to wait until they can meet in person, and the difference between ebooks and real books, you know, some people would rather have that physical experience. So on top of that, we have circulated at least 652 materials just in May alone. We did open up to curbside service on May 18th, so that's a pretty good number, knowing that our services are limited at this time. But we are still offering our summer reading program, which is not just for children this year. It is a program adopted by the state, and they've offered it to the libraries of Tennessee for free, which is fantastic. So people of all ages, from toddlers up to adults, can participate in reading challenges. There's games on there for teens and children as well. So we're still making sure we can help our literacy in our communities while we're still hanging out at home or outside, wherever you want to, or have internet access. So that is pretty much our update.
So how does the curbside service work? Like if I wanted to pick out a book, I mean, is it an online order, or is it a phone call, or how's it work?
Either way. So we do realize that a lot of our patrons are older and aren't comfortable using the internet. So those who are comfortable using the internet, they can go to, it's just like putting books on hold through our website. You go to our online catalog, select your books, and then put it on hold, and then you'll pull up to the library, ring the doorbell outside, or give us a call, we'll bring the books out to you. Or you can call us and say you don't know what you want to read, or you're not comfortable with using a computer. I've been training the staff on something called Reader's Advisory, which is what we call the library world, when we are learning skills on how to recommend books to our patrons based on previous things they checked out or just general genres they like. So our staff is there to help you pick out the books, and then they'll do that, and then you ring the doorbell or give us a call, we'll bring it up. So.
You also have the little local libraries, right?
Yes, we have those too. Yes, and those are still available. So.
When is, phase 2, do you know, you have a date for set for that? You're just kind of.
I was planning on actually next week, however, seeing our numbers kind of doubled. So we're kind of pushing it back a little bit. So at this time, I don't have a specific date. Okay.
I'm glad you take the position. It's a challenge. I served on the board back in Gina, we've been through a lot, but I'm glad you're on board. I hear good things about you.
Thank you.
So,
very much.
you do a good job. Libraries are very important. They're still very important.
Absolutely.
When you can open up, that computer usage is so important to some of our people that come into the city don't have internet access.
Mm-hmm. We are also looking at to remedy that, even when we do open up, but even now, looking into mobile hotspots people can check out and take home. So we did that at my previous library in Shelbyville, and it was very popular. So
Welcome aboard. Glad to have you. We look forward to having you come back into the building. And,
thank you very much.
thank you. We'll move into our standing committee reports and start with Chief Baldwin of the Fire Department.
Good evening, everybody. For the month of May, the fire department answered 3 fire calls, 1 motor vehicle collision, 41 rescue and EMS calls, 4 hazardous materials calls, 3 hazardous conditions calls, 3 service calls, with 10 calls, with an average response time of 4 minutes and 24 seconds. Training for the guys to slow down a little bit, trying to be creative through social distancing, but we're able to report 489 man-hours for the department. With current coronavirus protocols, we still have not picked up on our public education events, so they're not scheduled for the month of May. Insurance Services Organization and National Fire Protection Association requires that within the first 12 months of a firefighter being hired, that they attend and certify at the firefighter 1 level, they attend a 240+ hour rookie school. Within 24 months, they're required to have certification at firefighter 2 level. Currently, the State Fire Academy offers a combined course for 360 hours at the state school. Thursday, City of Fayetteville graduates its first 360-hour rookie recruit in firefighter Chris Young, who just completed the program. Well, actually, he finishes it up tomorrow when they graduate on Thursday. And that is my report for the month of May.
Any questions? Thank you, Chief.
Thank you very much.
We'll move to the Police Department, Chief Howard.
Thank you, sir. For the month of May, we had 102 reportable incidents of TBI, a 43 arrests, issued 35 traffic citations with a total police activity of incidents 1,487. Report, Mr. Mayor.
While you're here, Chief, this permit request, if we, as a board, approve it later on the agenda, we just go over how you plan to, since the proposed is for it to start at S.J. King Park and have a walk to Stonebridge, how to kind of protect the people that would be in the walk.
Yes, sir. Be more than glad to. The Fayetteville Police Department will be assisting them leaving S.J. King Park to Stonebridge Park. What we're going to do there, we're going to use our patrol units to block off the outside lane, allow them to use the shoulder of the road to get Stonebridge Park. We will also catch the main intersection out of Thornton Cove to get them in the park.
Anybody have more questions?
And will the organized march also be back to SJ, or how is that?
There is some that may want to go back. We told them if they choose to, we would be more than glad to get them back as well.
That is an interesting scenario for those who will watch this, is that somebody, if they want to participate, may want to be dropped off at SJ and not like park their car, because that's a long piece.
Yes.
To go back and catch.
Mile and 1.5 miles, if I remember correctly. Checked the other day.
That's something for the people who want to participate to take into consideration.
Yes, it is.
All right. Thank you, Chief.
Thank you.
We'll move to the Finance Department. Ms. Rozelle.
Good evening. Met with Dan Hancock and Patty Carter with Putman and Hancock, who is currently our auditors, on Thursday afternoon. I had signed our audit contract for the FY20 audit, and it has been submitted to the comptroller's office, and we have both, our organization and the auditors have signed a letter of obligation just stating who's responsible for what, so it's all laid out. The preliminary work has now begun. They gave me a stack of papers about this thick to go ahead and start reading through procedures and general information. So that has already begun, and then we have started trying to come up with a plan for how to maintain CDC guidelines and still get the work done that we need to get done. Speaking of the COVID-19, we do have our front lobby of the municipal building is now back open. And we're glad to be serving the citizens face-to-face once again through a protective shield.
Well, a lot of times when they come to do their work on the audit, we kind of have them in a separate room or something that we have, and we don't normally have an employee in. So I would think we wouldn't have too much trouble, you know,
That's
as compared
correct.
to the normal process.
That is correct.
Any other questions? All right, thank you. We'll go to Mr. Mitchell at the Recreation Department.
Yes, sir, Mayor. We're gonna be opening to the public the lobby tomorrow morning. That way we can start back selling gun range passes. People have been very upset that they haven't been able to get those. We've got everything set up for the CDC guidelines. We will start our classes and everything back next week. As far as our fitness classes, our clogger, square dance, that type of stuff. After our discussion, work session, whatever, we hated to, but we announced that the pool is closed for this season, and the Independence Day celebration will be postponed until further notice. On the outside, the maintenance crew have expanded the 9-hole disc golf into an 18-hole disc golf. They got the tee pads and everything finished up for this morning. So we've been getting, a lot of people have been using that. It's turned out to be a big hit during all this time frame. That's my report, Mr. Mayor.
So on the backside of Don Davidson, there's a trail that Mr. Freeman knocked in years ago, and that got kind of covered up. Has that been kind of?
Yes, sir. We went in and done a lot of clearing on it because people have been using it. And also, we're planning another event. If Alderman Allen, if you'd like to kind of explain it a little bit, because she contacted me and the police chief. We're gonna try something new.
Yeah, it came about when I was talking to the police chief about, hating that we had to close the swimming pool. And I was talking to him about some things that the kids have been doing in the communities, and they've been having like little water gun wars. And so Chief Hal started talking and called us all together. What are we gonna name it? Was it the
Water blast.
Yeah, like the Fayetteville Water Blast. It'll be June 20th. 10 to 12 will actually be when they'll be doing the water wars and stuff. And then around 12 noon, we're gonna provide food. Chris is gonna do hot dogs. They're gonna have chips and water. And like I said, this will be sponsored by the police department and the recreation department. There is social distancing at this. Of course, with water guns, you're not gonna be within 6 feet of people. It's just to provide the kids in the community with something to do, something fun to come out and participate in. No.
Where's that located?
Don Davidson Park.
You may want to mention, so Kids Park itself is still.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry. All parks are open with the exception of Kids Park. It has not been able to get back up.
And they will be getting information out on the Facebook page about this Saturday event. So it should be out, and we'll start sharing it this week.
Okay. Thank you so much. Next is Mr. Plunkett, Public Works.
Hey. One pipe, we had 200 CJ ton of trash, 246 ton of brush. Second Avenue, bids next week. One paper this week, bids the 25th, 10 o'clock, every this week. So hopefully, the 1st of July, we get started on that. Temporary construction needs, we've got one sign, I want to work today, because it's 3 property owners at home. I'm trying to go tomorrow if I can. Could I ask WA meeting here tomorrow night, after that meeting, I'll go by there at night. Heard through the grapevine that material came in the Brook League. I haven't confirmed that with the WA. That's all I've got, unless you all have any questions.
Well, I think you mentioned before, someone mentioned that the Brookmead and the Second Avenue would overlap, and from a priority standpoint, Second Avenue.
It depends on when the bids come in, if it gets the contract.
Yeah. But if the same one doing the Brookmead this bid, then we as a board talk that the Second Avenue is going to take precedence because of the school. Yes, sir. And then also, is your brush collection and garbage collection back on the same schedule yet?
Yeah. Everything's back on schedule. For some reason, this week after we went back like this, we're behind, we can't get caught up. Sure. Week before last, we hauled, I think, 92 ton of brush alone. Wow. Last week was 78. It's brush there.
I also went out the other day, work session that the work down here in South Elk, Maples, that was really good.
Yeah.
It's really good. So,
The sidewalks put down there will be real good.
I wanted to say, I really appreciate the department keeping up with everything here and everything they've been through the last few months. I know that I heard there were other cities who, you know, where they changed it to only do trash pickup once every 2 weeks. So for them to keep the job going and keep up like they did was great.
We're better than this. So, more questions?
thank you.
Thank y'all.
Next, we have planning codes with Ms. Gentry.
Non-permits were issued in May. The project valuation was $667,844, and the fees totaled $1,841.80. There are approximately 250 property maintenance violations have been logged this year. The full log is on your iPad report, and it does include Ms. Linus's notes. We have been working this week on getting the Municity software up and going. We've had 2 conference calls and we still have 1 more to go. And we hope to start training next week and go live by the end of June. We are extremely excited about this software. It's going to streamline a lot of our projects with permits and property maintenance. We'll be able to click on a parcel and see history of permits, as well as all violations log, inspections, all the supporting documents, the permit, and all the way up to the certificate of occupancy. So we will be able to provide more detailed reports, and finding this information will be a lot easier. So we're extremely excited about that. We've been doing bi-weekly calls with Ms. Lacey Beasley with Retail Services. We're trying to build that relationship and get some information for retail recruitment, but as well as different tools and information that we can provide the local merchants downtown and throughout our city, just to help them bounce back from COVID and provide them with information that they may not know about. My TCD graduation has been moved to September 16th, so I'm excited that we finally have a date set in place for that for my certification. And I just wanted to mention that with the code approval tonight, we've already been working on updating applications, our cheat sheets. We'll update the website and have all of that ready to go with the implementation into the code cycle.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll move to the city administrator report, Mr. Collins.
Thank you, Mayor. Phase 1 of the Greenway project is contractors and engineers will do one last walkthrough and develop a bunch list, but all major construction is complete. Phase 2 of the Greenway, which we've been going back and forth with TDOT, we received our response today, and there's quite a bit of archaeology study that's got to be conducted on the Outland Historic Site. But finally, they gave us the ABCs of what to do and how to do it. So we've already reached out to our archaeologists and are working through that process. Speaking of Camp Blunt, we had hoped to have the unveiling ceremony of the first Tennessee volunteer statue initially on June 20th, but because of COVID concerns, it was bumped to July 18th. And now that date is in jeopardy because the sculptor and manufacturing of the statue, so far they've only done it from the boots to the waist, and they can't get more material at this time. So we're waiting to make a call until June 17th and see if the materials have came in. If not, it's going to be a fall activity with the guidance of the State Historic Commission. Development of Camp One is moving forward. Phase 2 construction started yesterday. The sign is going up, fencing, and you all can see the work going on. And then bids for the paving, phase 3 construction are in the paper today and will be opened in 2 weeks. One thing I want to compliment Christy and ACD team on, they did receive the 2020 Retail Academy grant that allows us to work with the chamber and send staff to more or less a boot camp on retail recruitment, and that'll start in August. And the LPRF grant, the design was submitted last week and is under review by Tennessee Department of Environment and Conservation. Mayor, that's my report.
All right, thank you. Any questions of Mr. Collins?
I have one question, Scott, on this archaeology studies, is that an additional expense that the board will have to look at, or is that included in the grant?
No, it's pre-construction expense, so as soon as we get the proposal from the archaeologist, we'll bring it forward to the board.
Okay.
All right. We have no unfinished business. We'll go into the agenda on new business. And so items A through L all deal with adopting the different specifications for upgrading to 2017, 2018 codes. So I'm not going to explain each one on each item. Basically, we need a first and a second, right through them and get them adopted. So item A is ordinance 2020-04, 2017 International Electrical Code.
Motion to approve, Mayor.
Second, Alderman. Any discussion? Pam, call the roll, please.
Ms. Allen?
Aye.
Ms. Small?
Aye.
Mr. Alder?
Aye.
Ms. Hartman?
Aye.
Ms. Martinez?
Aye.
Mr. Bryant?
And pass item B, ordinance 2020-05, 2018 Life Safety Code.
Move to approve, Mayor.
Second, Alderman Alder. Any discussion? Pam, call the roll, please.
Ms. Small?
Aye.
Mr. Alder?
Aye.
Ms. Hartman?
Aye.
Ms. Martinez?
Aye.
Mr. Bryant?
Aye.
Ms. Allen?
That item passed. Item C, ordinance 2020-06, 2018 ICC Energy Code.
Motion to approve, Mayor. Second.
Second, Vice Mayor. Any discussion? Pam, call the roll, please.
Mr. Alder?
Aye.
Ms. Hartman?
Aye.
Ms. Martinez?
Aye.
Mr. Bryant?
Aye.
Ms. Allen?
Aye.
Ms. Small?
Aye.
That item passed. Item D, ordinance 2020-07, 2018 ICC Existing Building Code.
Move to approve.
Second.
Second, Alderman Allen. Any discussion? Pam, call the roll, please.
Ms. Hartman?
Aye.
Ms. Martinez?
Aye.
Mr. Bryant?
Aye.
Ms. Allen?
Aye.
Ms. Small?
Aye.
Mr. Alder?
That item passed. Item E, ordinance 2020-08, 2018 International Fire Code.
Motion to approve, Mayor.
Second.
Any discussion? Pam, call the roll, please.
Ms. Martinez?
Aye.
Mr. Bryant?
Aye.
Ms. Allen?
Aye.
Ms. Small?
Aye.
Mr. Alder?
Aye.
Ms. Hartman?
Aye.
And passed. Item F, ordinance 2020-09, 2018 International Fuel Gas Code.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Second, Alderman Martinez. Any discussion? Pam, call the roll, please.
Mr. Bryant?
Aye.
Ms. Allen?
Aye.
Ms. Small? Mr. Alder? Ms. Hartman? Ms. Martinez?
That item passed. Item G, ordinance 2020-10, 2018 International Plumbing Code.
Move to approve.
Second.
Second, Alderman Hartman. Any discussion? Pam, call the roll, please.
Ms. Allen?
Aye.
Ms. Small? Mr. Alder?
Aye.
Ms. Hartman? Ms. Martinez? Mr. Bryant?
That item passed. Item H, ordinance 2020-11, 2018 Property Maintenance.
Motion to approve, Mayor.
Second.
Second, Alderman Martinez. Any discussion? Pam, call the roll, please.
Ms. Small? Mr. Alder? Ms. Hartman? Ms. Martinez? Mr. Bryant? Ms. Allen?
That item passed. Item I, ordinance 2020-12, 2018 International Mechanical Code.
Motion to approve.
Second, Alderman Alder. Any discussion? Pam, call the roll, please.
Mr. Alder? Ms. Hartman? Ms. Martinez? Mr. Bryant? Ms. Allen? Ms. Small?
That item passed. Item J, ordinance 2020-13, 2018 International Resident Code.
Motion to approve, Mayor.
Second.
Vice Mayor, discussion. Pam, call the roll, please.
Ms. Hartman?
Aye.
Ms. Martinez? Mr. Bryant? Ms. Allen? Ms. Small? Mr. Alder?
That item passed. Item K, ordinance 2020-14, 2018 swimming pool and spa code.
Motion to approve, Mayor.
Second, Alderman Martinez. Discussion. Pam, call the roll, please.
Ms. Martinez? Mr. Bryant? Ms. Allen? Ms. Small? Mr. Alder? Ms. Hartman?
Item passed. Last item for this, item L, ordinance 2020-15, 2018 International Building Code.
Move to approve.
Second, Alderman Martinez. Any discussion? Pam, call the roll, please.
Mr. Bryant? Ms. Allen? Ms. Small? Mr. Alder? Ms. Hartman? Ms. Martinez?
That item passed. Item M, ordinance 2020-03, adoption of FY 2021 city budgets. This is the city and the Fayetteville City School System budget. Need a motion and a second.
Motion to approve.
Second, Mr. Bryant. Any discussion? And call the roll, please.
Ms. Allen? Ms. Small? Mr. Alder? Ms. Hartman? Ms. Martinez? Mr. Bryant?
Passed. Item N, ordinance 2020-16, FY 2020 budget amendments. Mr. Roselle went over this the other day. This is for audit purposes, making sure every line item is appropriate. Just to name
Mayor, I move we approve ordinance 2020-16.
Second. Any discussion? And call the roll, please.
Ms. Small? Mr. Alder? Ms. Hartman?
No.
Ms. Martinez? Mr. Bryant? Ms. Allen?
That item passed. Item O, city vehicle policy. We had discussion, we updated Mr. Plunkett when we surveyed, had cleaned up, mainly for insurance purposes, who could drive, city vehicles, mainly city employees that are covered under the insurance, and any other entity that's outside. We'll discuss with them that we need a city employee to drive in case they check it out. So, that's motion and second on this.
Mayor, I move we approve the new updated vehicle use policy.
Second.
Second on that. Any discussion?
Now, the effective date, is that in this policy?
I do not believe it is.
Because I know we talked about it being effective July 1st, and I did not see an effective date.
We're not stated in the motion. We stated in the motion.
Okay.
Alderman Hartman, would you like to make that motion?
Yes, Mayor, I'd like to make a motion that we include in this ordinance of the vehicle use policy to include the effective date of July 1st, 2020.
Second.
Second.
Alderman Allen, any discussion? And take the roll, please.
What we voting on?
We're just saying the amendment is saying July 1st.
Are we voting on the amendment or the main motion?
I think we're voting on.
That had to be,
I think we're voting on the amendment, then we'll go back to the main.
that has to be on the
Yeah,
amendment.
right. So we'll vote on this amendment first.
Okay.
So there's no discussion on the amendment. And we call the roll.
Mr. Alder? Ms. Hartman? Ms. Martinez? Mr. Bryant? Ms. Allen? Ms. Small?
All right, now we'll go back to the main motion. This is vehicle policy itself. Pam, call the roll, please.
Ms. Hartman? Ms. Martinez?
No.
Mr. Bryant? Ms. Allen? Ms. Small? Mr. Alder?
Item passed. Item P, right-of-way Wallace edition. This was explained in the work session the other day about a small piece of property that is that the city has had, and a neighbor would be deeded to that neighbor, go
go back on the property tax roll.
Mayor, I make that motion. We approve the right-of-way and Wallace addition.
Second. Any discussion? Pam, call the roll, please.
Ms. Martinez? Mr. Bryant?
Aye.
Ms. Allen? Ms. Small? Mr. Oliver? Ms. Hartman?
Item passed. Item Q, Resolution 2020-08, ADA Coordinator and Procedures. We had a discussion the other day in the work session that if this passed, we would name EMAD as our ADA coordinator who would oversee. Also, there's a process in there that if the city made any different language in our ADA procedures and somebody wanted to file a grievance, that would go to him. Is that correct, Mr. Collins? Yes, sir. Okay. So we need to pass this in order to make EMAD our ADA person on the ground here at the city.
Motion to approve.
Second. Second, Martinez. Any discussion? Pam, call the roll, please.
Mr. Bryant? Ms. Allen? Ms. Small? Mr. Oliver? Ms. Hartman? Ms. Martinez?
Item passed. Item R, Resolution 2020-09, adopting ADA guidelines. This is language stating that the city of Fayetteville is in the process of making sure that we have a ADA plan in place, and that as we have infrastructure projects that they're ADA compliant. Need a motion second.
Mayor, I move we approve resolution 2020-09.
Second.
Second, Vice Mayor. Any discussion? Pam, call the roll, please.
Ms. Allen? Ms. Small? Mr. Oliver? Ms. Hartman? Ms. Martinez? Mr. Bryant?
Item passed. Item F, Resolution 2020-10 is a resolution honoring the Fayetteville High School Lady Tigers basketball team for their 2019-2020 season. I will read the proposed resolution. We have Coach Holly Hoagland and Cartia Woodard. These are here that we would present this to. So I'll read this first. Whereas the Board of Mayor and Alderman of the City of Fayetteville deems it appropriate to pass this resolution honoring the 2020 Fayetteville High School Tiger Girls basketball team and coaches, and whereas under the leadership of Holly Hoagland and her coaching staff, the Fayetteville High School Tiger Girls basketball team began work on a mission to build a successful basketball program for the 2020 season. And whereas the girls basketball team posted a program season record of 15-15, and whereas the Tigers girls basketball team posted the most points scored in a single season, the most points scored in a single game, most rebounds in a season, most blocks in a season, most steals in a season, and the most assists in a season in the history of the entire program. Whereas the Tiger girls basketball team made their first ever appearance in the Region 4 tournament, and whereas the Tiger girls basketball team had Zenaria Robinson and Carly Andrews named to the all-season team, whereas the Tiger girls basketball team member Zenaria Robinson was named to the all-district tournament team. Members Zenaria Robinson and Gracie Hoagland were named to the Region 4 all-tournament team. Whereas the Tigers wins mounted during the season, the Fayetteville girls basketball team posted the most district regular season and tournament wins in the history of the program. Whereas throughout the season, the Tiger girls basketball team was inspired by support from its fans, cheerleaders, and members of the Fayetteville High School student body, and all those who came to the games to support the Tigers or listen to the radio broadcasts of the games. Whereas throughout the season, often underestimated, the members of the Fayetteville High School girls basketball team and their coaches demonstrated a level of grit and determination that reflected positively on the program, the school, and the city of Fayetteville as a whole. Now, therefore, be resolved that the members of the Board of Mayor and Alderman honor the 2020 Fayetteville High School Tiger girls basketball team, its coaches, and all others who contributed to their attainment of a successful season, and thank them for their contributions to their school and the city of Fayetteville. Be it further resolved by this Board of Mayor and Alderman, this resolution of respect and esteem be spread upon the minutes of the Board, and a copy be forwarded to Fayetteville High School Principal Adam McCormick this 9th day of June 2020. I have to apologize because you sent me some information, because some of these players have been at some state records, so if you want to mention them real quick.
So I turned in 4 PWSAA state records, and I got the information back on that. Zenaria Robinson placed 9th overall. That's for all classifications, all time. 9th in overall or individual blocks in a season with 133. So in the state of Tennessee, she's 9th. Our team holds now 3 state records in blocks in a single game, blocks in a season, and Zenaria holds the record for most blocks in a game in the state of Tennessee. So that's pretty exciting to be in the state record books.
It's a tremendous turnaround from this year and last year, and if I'm not mistaken, we only had 1 senior this year, is that correct?
Right, we only have 1 senior.
So you have this team returning, very excited to see them next year. So I'll ask the board to make a motion to set through this. We have a plaque here that's framed to give to you.
I'll make that motion to approve.
Second, all discussion. And call the roll, please.
Ms. Small? Aye. Mr. Alder?
Aye.
Ms. Hartman? Aye. Ms. Martinez?
Aye.
Mr. Bryant?
Aye.
Ms. Allen?
Item pass. Great. Thank you so much for presenting us here. Thank you so much. Thank you. As good as Paul Henry. Paul, next on the agenda, we have item T, resolution 2020-11, honoring the Fayetteville High School men's Tigers team. We do the same process. We have Coach Murdoch here. Fitzgerald couldn't come.
No, he's got workouts, and Coach Keys, his wife's on call tonight, so he's got to be home with the kids. And, just that's where they're at. But they want to be here. I told them about it, so I'm sure they're happy, excited. Thank you all. I'll speak on them. They'll give you a big thank you as well.
So whereas the Board of Mayor and Alderman of the City of Fayetteville deems it appropriate to pass this resolution honoring the 2020 Fayetteville High School Tiger boys basketball team and coaches, whereas under the leadership of Coach Chris Murdoch and his coaching staff, the Fayetteville High School Tiger boys basketball team began work on a mission to rebuild the successful basketball program in the 2020 season. Whereas the Tiger boys basketball team posted an impressive season record of 25-6, and whereas the Tiger boys basketball team went undefeated at home, posted 11 home wins, where the team won the District 8 tournament against Eagleville at Huntland, a down-to-the-wire game by a score of 50-49. And whereas the Tiger boys basketball team was the runner-up in the Region 4 tournament, whereas the Tiger boys basketball team advanced to the sub-state, whereas the Tiger boys basketball team had Tyler Oliver, Marquise Nance, and Jakias Clark named to the all-season team, whereas the Tiger boys basketball team members Eli Dotson and Braden Hockett were named to the all-district tournament team. Jakias Clark named most valuable player. Whereas Tiger wins mounted during the season, the Fayetteville Tiger boys basketball team ascended to the state Division 1A polls, reaching a 6th place ranking in the AP Division 1A state poll and top another state poll. Whereas throughout the season, the Tiger boys basketball team was inspired by support from its fans, cheerleaders, members of the Fayetteville High School student body, and all those who came to the games to support the Tigers, listened to the radio broadcasts of the games. Whereas throughout the season, often outsized physically and underestimated, the members of the Fayetteville High School boys basketball team and their coaches persevered with grit and determination and reflected positively on the program, the school, and the city of Fayetteville as a whole. Now, therefore, be resolved, the members of the Board of Mayor and Alderman honor the 2020 Fayetteville High School Tiger boys basketball team, its coaches, and all others who contributed to their retaining the season, and thank them for their contributions to their school and to the city of Fayetteville. And be it further resolved by this Board of Mayor and Alderman that this resolution of respect and esteem be spread upon the minutes of the board, and a copy be forwarded to Fayetteville High School Principal Adam McCormick this 9th day of June 2020. Excellent season, and for those that come to the home games, excitement always. We all, that 50 to 49 game, that was a nerve-wracking experience, especially the last 30 seconds of the ball. So, but excellent, and you've got some new loads, a good group of seniors, but you got a good core coming back.
Yeah, we graduated 7. After last year's team graduated 6, so looking to rebuild, reload, whatever you want to call it. And like I said, I remember last year being in front of you all and talking about our culture and our brand, and obviously we graduated 95% last year, and to bring back 5% of all our stats, points, rebounds, everything. I think the culture and the brand is what prevailed, and obviously allowed us to go 25-6 and keep the brand of basketball that we want to represent Federal. And thank you all for that. Thank you for your support.
Motion to approve, Mayor.
Alderman Martinez, any discussion? And call the roll, please.
Mr. Alderman. Ms. Hartman. Ms. Martinez. Mr. Bryant. Ms. Allen. Ms. Small.
All right, that item passes. One for you too.
Congratulations. And I guess behalf of the senior class, we had 7, like I said, present y'all with the senior.
Oh, thank you.
Picture.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I enjoyed watching it. We didn't penalize you because Carter talked so much trash.
No, he was good. You gotta have a little of that out there.
And guys, please let the players know, we can't wait to see them. We hate the circumstances are like this where they can't be here.
Well, if you want to see them, we're gonna be out there in the gazebo. Mike, Mr. Mayor wants to take a picture, so I told him we're about 6 o'clock. So when y'all wrap it up, they'll be outside under the gazebo if y'all want to come over.
Oh, good deal.
All right.
Thank you,
See y'all
guys.
soon. Thank you. All right.
Congratulations again.
Thank you.
We just have a few items remaining. These are all board appointments. Extend the parade ground. Item U, library board appointment, Brian Carter. He would be taking the place of Anna Capitano. His term is up and has moved to the county, no longer lives in the city. So I entertain a motion.
Mayor, I move we appoint move to appoint Brian Carter to library board.
Second, Alderman Hartman. Any discussion? Pam, call the roll, please.
Ms. Hartman. Ms. Martinez. Mr. Bryant. Ms. Allen. Ms. Small. Mr. Alderman.
That item passed. Item B, a library board appointment, Shante Fulton. This is a reappointment. She has proven to be a very valuable member of the board, and look forward to her serving another term. So entertain a motion.
Motion to approve, Mayor.
Second, Alderman Martinez. Any discussion? And call the roll, please.
Ms. Martinez. Mr. Bryant. Ms. Allen. Ms. Small. Mr. Alderman. Ms. Hartman.
That item passed. Item W, FBU board appointment, reappointment of Paul Richardson.
Motion to approve Paul Richardson.
Second. Any discussion? Pam, call the roll, please.
Mr. Bryant. Ms. Allen. Ms. Small. Mr. Alderman. Ms. Hartman. Ms. Martinez.
Passed. Item X, FBU board appointment, Debbie Woodward, reappointing her for second term.
Motion to approve Debbie Woodward.
Second, Alderman Bryant. Any discussion? Pam, call the roll, please.
Ms. Allen. Ms. Small. Mr. Alderman. Ms. Hartman. Ms. Martinez. Mr. Bryant.
That passes. Last item, item Y, permit for the Black Lives Matter Parade, Justice and Peace for Saturday, June 13th, from 2 to 5:30 p.m.
Move to approve, Mayor.
Second.
Alderman Allen, any discussion? Pam, call the roll, please.
Ms. Small. Mr. Alderman. Ms. Hartman. Ms. Martinez. Mr. Bryant. Ms. Allen.
Passed. We'll get to our closing comments. I'll go to Mr. Bryant to start.
I don't have any, just wish everybody well. Wait a minute, stop.
The earth is shaking.
Move right along.
Oh, my goodness.
Alderman Hartman?
I would just like to remind everybody and thank them for a good job that they have done with staying safe during the COVID, and we've kept the numbers down here in Lincoln County. Also, to remind everybody, please do not forget your census form. When I looked on the report of recent, we were like at 64%. So for every resident that does not complete this census form, we lose $10,000. So please, please, please fill out your census form.
I think the state's at 60, so we're low, but that's good.
How long do we have on this? How long is this go?
August 20th.
I believe it's through August, yeah, because they up to date.
Are they still gonna send people door to door?
That depends on COVID.
Okay.
And how that's going, and I don't know yet. She hasn't sent us the information.
Thank everyone that continues to work hard and keep things as normal as possible, and Dr. Wilson and Lisa for coming in, and all the department heads. It's been a long meeting,
I don't have much either. Does everybody stay safe? That's all I've got.
I just wanted to thank Angel Wilson for organizing the event this weekend. Invite everybody to come out and attend the peaceful Black Lives Matter March and rally Saturday, June 13th at 2 o'clock, and they're going to start at SJP Park and end at Stonebridge Park.
I just want to add to that COVID information to be sure for those people who are going together there to practice safe distancing and wear their mask. And especially all those people that are coming down there. Welcome Mr. Hopkins again to move forward to his post.
Several things. Congratulations to all our graduates at Fayetteville High School, Lincoln County, Riverside, the homeschool. Children around our community, their modified graduations are not what we hoped they would be, but they are going to have graduations. So we congratulate them as they go off. I want to give credit to Eddie Plunkett at Public Works, who's as a part of the meeting, we adopted this ADA, but over the years, as we've been replacing sidewalks, we've been doing ADA compliance, especially on the sidewalk. So I want to give him credit for being on that. I want to congratulate Eli Dotson for being the state winner in the FFA and Diversified Livestock Production Proficiency. Look forward to Mr. Hopkins and Ms. Mohart as we see them going forward in these roles. Earlier in the week, Mr. Collins and Vice Mayor and Alderman and I had a nice situation where a lady named Pamela Morrow, who lives in Mississippi, came, dedicated a permanent wooden cross down at the mother's cabin at Stonebridge Park. And this great, you'll see the article in the paper today. She also gave individual crosses to the moms of some young adults that we lost. And this was in the memory of Take Two, Tyler Dotson, Miguel, Nina, and Hayden. So we just appreciate that contribution that she's made to our community. And I guess the last thing is I don't appreciate that Alderman Allen volunteered a bounty on my head for this supposed water bills through the grapevine. So
I was going to send you a personal invitation.
I got you. So I'm on the now. Right? Thank you, board, for being patient. It was a long meeting, and we will adjourn, and we'll come back in July for work session. Thank you.